Okay, guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the long-awaited episode for part 3 of our Q&A. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, on to the show. Peace.
Oh, you talking about Lil
Oh,
Kim?
okay, my bad.
Yeah, it was a rumor that Lil Kim came and did a concert back in Detroit. Then she passed out on stage, and then she had to get her stomach pumped out from that. You know what?
Oh, her. But she's with Big.
No, I just think a bunch of Detroit fellas just got up in her and
Mm.
just ran the little thing on her.
I know they got their choo choo on. Okay.
Uh, back then though, it used to be wild back then, back in the D.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all ready for the next question?
Yeah.
All right, next one. Why do men cheat? Why do women cheat?
I mean,
It's a loaded
same
question.
thing. I mean, I think both do it for the same reason. You know what I'm saying? I just think it takes a woman a little bit longer to realize that she want to do it, but it all involves in either not being happy or not being satisfied or lacking something. You know what I'm
Crazy.
saying? But I do think that dudes, I think we do it just for the thrill and for the fun. Not if that makes sense, but I just think we just do it just because.
I think what you said is there's some validity at where, I mean, a lot of people going to cheat due to the fact of you're not getting something from someone that you want. It could be time, it could be attention, it could be, intimacy, it could be a whole lot of things. But ultimately, you cheat because you're not getting something you want. It's just really that simple. But
Yeah,
even as a guy, especially in the younger years, you're doing it almost, just being honest, it's a reckless type of attitude, but you're just trying to see if you can get away with it sometimes. You're just
right.
trying to see what you can get away with. Now,
Yeah.
I
How
used to
far
look
you can get away with it?
how far you can go. And it's definitely worrisome now. You get older, you got daughters and stuff, because you know what time it is out here. But a lot of times it's just that simple. You're just trying to see what you can get away with. And then the reality is the ratio of women to men, more women than men. And then if you got anything going for yourself, that's going to just
Right.
improve your scenario to where
Right.
it is so many women there, the opportunity is there, and they, whether we want to look at it this way or not, they're interested in you as much. They want to do stuff.
Yep.
And
Yep.
we got to look at it that women also will cheat to get back at a man. They will.
Oh yeah.
They
I
definitely will.
mean,
This is payback for you.
yeah, but I think for me, I think that like if you out there doing it, like you can't be sensitive about it. Like when you find your significant other doing it too. Like I always been a big, that always been my pet peeve. Like if you out there, you cheating, don't get upset if you find the other one cheating as well. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be like, oh, why you cheating? But you out there doing the same thing. You know what I'm
Now,
saying? So like,
mhm.
what
To
you
see
say?
what you're getting into now is we know that's that false positive that happens. Dudes feel like they can cheat, do what they want to, but expect that their girls better be staying at home like they some nuns. That's a societal construct that runs throughout cultures. It don't be, you could be white, black, Latino, it don't make a difference. That's just that subconscious thought process that some guys have, which isn't logical. These women aren't stupid. They read us, they know what time it is. It's just that they may not be as overt or sloppy as we are. They definitely going out doing something. And then you
But
want to
here,
prove.
here you go. Just to piggyback on that, Trey. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's more so of like for us, for dudes. we know the same routine is gonna happen. You know, we get
Mm-hmm.
caught, you gonna tear up some stuff of ours, you gonna bleed some stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you gonna argue, we gonna fight, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, either you gonna leave or you gonna stay, but you ain't gonna beat my tail. You know what I'm saying? So the
Mm-hmm.
fear of you fighting me and losing is not in the dude's mental. But for that woman, she's
Mm-hmm.
like, man, I gotta hold this to the grave because he's gonna kill me when he find out.
Yeah, because we know the pride factor is what hurt dude the most. To know that you went and did this is a pride thing. No one's stupid enough to believe that this ain't happening. You don't want to find out. You find out, like you said, you losing your mind. Been seeing it happen way too many times. That's simple.
You ready for the next question?
Yeah.
I see how I like how you just didn't even answer not one doggone.
He ain't say
that
nothing.
question.
He just flat out listened to me and you ain't say nothing. So, all right, we're gonna put you on the spot. What you got to say, Mikey?
All right. I pretty much agree with y'all. Like, I think both women
What
and
a
men
cop
cheat.
out. What a cop out.
Don't worry. I was waiting for him to finish and say, "Nah, bro, we need some original thought." So he wasn't gonna get
Right.
away with it. Go ahead.
Pretty much the same thing, man. Like women and men cheat for different reasons. Well, for the same reason, pretty much. Stuff that they not getting from their significant other, and they want something new. Also, it could be yeah, they want something new, or some people just do it just to do it, you know, because you're young and stuff like that.
Like I would also advise if you young, especially you fellas and women too. Like
Anyone.
when you young, like don't really settle when you young because you gonna have your entire life to experiment on whatever there is that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But once you commit and then you start having families and kids and stuff, then that's when your stuff just completely comes to a pause
And also,
until
go ahead because you're right. Keep going.
you get yourself financially situated where you're able to go back and do the things that you really wanted to do while you was younger. So, I mean, when you young, take the advantage of the opportunity of dating and talking to this person, talking to that person. Not saying that you gotta sleep with every person that you come across with, but take the opportunity to learn people. You know what I'm saying? You'll be surprised, man. There's so many different types of people, so many different cultures. You know, you really don't know if you want to be with a white woman, black woman, Asian, Spanish, you know what I'm saying? So, and vice versa with the women, with different cultures of men. So just have fun experimenting, you know what I'm saying? Because once you do have a family, it's hard to go back to where you really stopped off at, where real life have taken place.
And something else to keep in mind is it's a real big dichotomy, and this is very important. What Devon said is very important because when you're young, you don't have the life experience of those who are older. What appeals to you at 18 most likely is not going to appeal to you at 36. The issue is at 36, you probably will have some life situations that you will carry with you to the grave. What do I mean by that? Maybe some children. They're going to be your children forever. A person that you're dealing with or you have to deal with for the rest of your life. Make sure you're making some informed decisions. Because see, at 18, Devon, you probably know where I'm going. If we go back and look at ourselves at 18, I didn't know what I was doing. And I was living
Right.
on my own, living with my brother at 18. I wasn't even living with my parents at 18. As a matter of fact, I moved up here to Detroit at 18. So to put yourself in a position to do things that can alter your life for many years to come, you got to be very careful. That's why it just really doesn't make sense to probably jump in a relationship at 18. You should study people, like Devon said, see what you like. Because the thing is, find some core values that you can take with you throughout the years. There are certain things that the scientists say by 8 or 9 years old, your character is set. So if you know that this person embodies some things that your character like, that may be the type of person you may want to try to date and find those type of people. But the chances of you meeting somebody at 18 or 19 and that lasting until 40 is very slim. It is. And what really happens, and what I'm getting at is, you get in a relationship, you really ain't getting what you want to, so now you go stepping out and doing what you do. Because really
And
you're
then
not old enough, you're not mature enough, and you're starting a whole bunch of headaches that you may not want to deal with. I know too many of my people that they had kids that way, and you got to deal with this woman that was scarred by you when you was 20 and 21, but now you 35 and you still got to deal with it. You ain't with her, but you still catching hell from her because of what happened when you was 20.
Yep.
Yep.
Y'all ready for the next question?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. We got 2 more questions to go.
You
So,
breaking up, Nick.
oh my God. All right. All right. Is this better?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next question is how to escape the friend zone because these girls be tripping. This one is okay. So pretty much the friend zone really doesn't exist. What the friend zone really is I don't see you as someone that I want to be in a relationship with, or I don't want to have sex. That's pretty much what the friend zone is. So yeah, but if you really want to go with the friend zone thing, there's a lot of ways that you probably got into the friend zone.
Like, what was the question again? Say it, repeat it. They trying to get out the friend zone, or they
Yeah, trying to
they
get out.
trying to get out the friend zone? So, shoot. I mean, my take is, shoot, stay in that friend zone as long as you can. You know what I'm saying? Just because, maybe it's just meant to be in the friend zone. Because if it's meant to be something else, you will be in the other zone that you want to be. So you don't really want to be in some type of other zone where you later on you like, man, why did I go for it? Why did I pursue it? You know what I'm saying? Hey, take its course, let it run. You know what I'm saying?
And people got to really look at what you just said and take it for what it's worth. If you in the friend zone and either you haven't had the opportunity or you haven't had the courage to approach this person beyond a platonic relationship into something that may be more of a romantic situation, it probably should stay in the friend zone. Because the reality is, if you end up getting with this person, it'll probably be off of one or two things. They've been scarred and burned so much that now they're just dealing with you off a rebound. Or this person right
Yep.
here, they understand that they hold the upper hand with you when they are in the relationship, and you may not get treated the way you deserve to be treated. So I'm going to go right back to what you said. Sometimes you may want to let that stay in the friend zone. At least you and this person will be able to communicate and collaborate on that level, and you may just be better off finding you somebody else. Because I'd have seen that happen, and I'd have seen a lot of times with the female, I'd have seen that female dog that dude once they get together. That's just my experience.
Yeah, friend zones ain't always a bad zone to be in. You know what I'm saying? It could be a lifesaver for you. So
Yeah, it was for me. Like I didn't think of it as a lifesaver because I got in the friend zone one time. It wasn't when at the time I was hurt. Hey, who's that? Somebody eating chips?
Bro, I put something up. Go ahead.
All right, but yeah, at the time I wasn't. I was kind of frustrated, but when I got older, it kind of was better. Like I'm glad I didn't pursue the woman as what I thought because she turned out to be it wasn't someone that I really wanted to be with. But when you like seeing a girl, you're not thinking clearly, and in psychology they call that the halo effect. So you're not seeing the bad side, you're only seeing the good. But once that halo effect wear off, you end up seeing the bad side, and yeah, and it's really not worth.
Yeah, because sometimes after you leave that friend zone, once y'all go romantic, once it's over, that's it. You're not even friends with that person no more. Because
No.
it then went so far left, or it just turned out bad to where people just want to move on, which is sad because you may have added some value to that person's life and vice versa. So sometimes, hey, just leave it where it is.
And sometimes it's good to have to be friends first before you end up dating romantically because it's normal. Like when you friend like sometimes when you're friends with the opposite sex, with a woman or a girl with a guy, but it doesn't matter. You end up kind of seeing them more of a romantic type, which is natural, you know. You just gotta get that courage and ask her out. Now she might say no. That goes to like rejection. Rejection hurts. It hurts your ego, but at the same time, 9 times out of 10, it's probably nothing wrong with you. It's just probably she's not ready for a relationship or just whatever. It could be you, but 9 times out of 10, it's probably not you.
Man, last time I checked, women outnumber men. Shoot, 50 to 1, 100 to 1.
Yeah,
And there's
we
one
out now.
next 15 minutes, another one coming.
Yeah.
Y'all ready for the last question?
The question says, I really care about this girl I'm dating, but we get into a lot of arguments because we have different religion. I'm a Christian and she's a Jehovah's Witness. How can we improve our relationship?
Okay, who want to tackle this question first?
I'm gonna go ahead and speak on it since I have a little bit of history with Jehovah's Witnesses with my parents being that religion. First off, I find it funny they said that I'm a Christian and they Jehovah's Witnesses. Both Jehovah's Witnesses are a form of Christianity, just definitely more of an obscure viewpoint by most people or in most people's thought process. But the main thing is, look, if you're arguing now and y'all just dating, and unless there's going to be a meeting of the minds about religion, this should really be a clear flag on what's going on. Y'all got two totally different viewpoints. This gonna keep happening.
Hey, why when Trey started speaking, hey, I already knew where he was about to go.
Yeah, this look, they have their own viewpoint of the world, which is normally a lot different than the average person or the average Christian. If you're arguing now, this ain't about to change. Unless she's ready to say, I'm gonna stop being a Jehovah's Witness and come to your religion, or you do vice versa, these things are going to continue to happen. And I pray whoever this is, don't just overlook this and hope that it gets better. They need to sit down and communicate about this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you, Trey. You know, no matter if it's religion or
Mm-hmm.
political views, like if you and your significant other have the same views and y'all believe in the same, have some sort of similarity, more likely it will cause less friction. But when you have one going left and the other one going right, you know, you're pulling apart. So, and that's what's happening. You know, you have two different beliefs, and I'm sure the way that you're making it sound like maybe y'all arguments are um, due to religion beliefs and things of that nature. For one, you know, you need to cut. You know, when y'all in the house, you know what I'm saying, try to stay away from those topics, you know what I'm saying? Because clearly y'all see difference. So y'all really don't have anything similar to talk about when it comes to that nature. So uh hopefully you don't have no kids.
Oh, it's gonna get a
Usually,
lot harder.
Hopefully you ain't married.
yeah.
And maybe just take this what it is and like Trey said, it ain't gonna get no better unless one person decides to say, you know what, you're right, that's what it is, and we moving forward. But as long as y'all have difference, y'all gonna always have difference.
And let me say this about Jehovah's Witnesses. When they, first of all, one of their mandates is they're supposed to quote unquote only marry in the Lord. So she really quote unquote, I'm not going to even get into that. They teach that she really shouldn't be dating nobody that's not a witness. That's what they call it. But when they do this, it's normally with people who are just non-religious, if you understand what I'm saying. So really, it don't really make a difference. They don't really care because they're not religious. You understand? So they do whatever they want to. They're not about to argue with them about what their beliefs are because they don't really care. This don't even seem to be that situation. This guy said he's a Christian and she a Jehovah's Witness, so he has a perception of what God is supposed to be, and he's willing to, that's his faith, and he's fighting for it. This is bound to not work. For real, it's just not gonna work. And as you said, it don't have to be just religion. It could be with it could be, and I think hey, you probably don't understand what I'm saying about this, Divine, and Mikey, you'll understand this in due time. It don't have to be just religion. I think one of the most overlooked things is how do you perceive raising kids and the person you with? Because sometimes
Yeah,
that's a major thing that gets overlooked. Kids get
yeah,
produced, and now you feel the kids should be raised this way, and they feel a totally different way, and y'all at odds, and the kid is here.
yep.
Yeah.
And that goes back to two questions ago. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
take the time to learn the individuals that you want to be with.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I
and
mean,
you're right. Chris Rock said this. He said, when you dating a person, you don't meet that person. You meet a representative of them. So the
Yep.
reality is you're not going to really learn how this person is going to react in certain situations that are important until there's some type of duress or some type of, trying or challenging situation. That's when you really learn how a person is.
yep,
Yep.
So yeah, I hope whoever that is, my advice, you need to sit down and talk. And if you and this person are not willing to change your viewpoints, you may want to just keep looking. Save
yep,
yourself the agony for the long term.
Yeah. Now he didn't really add too much to it, really.
Oh,
Like really, we could. It could be a different. It like okay. Why do you think he's probably still with her if he is with her? Is it like a sexual thing, a physical thing, or what?
it could be sex. I mean, for in the youth, a lot of times it's sex, but I'm not going to sit up there and say that that's what it is. He may really like her, and what happens is maybe she look good, maybe she's funny or whatever. The reality is he knows that there's a major issue there that he doesn't really want to address. He's hoping to go away. That's why he's asking that
yeah,
question. Because
yeah,
if he's asking that question, he already knows a problem. He do.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
And it's more times than none that
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. This issue is coming up. So, I mean, you could tell it's on this individual mind. You know what I'm saying, and more than likely, if it's happening constantly, it ain't gonna never change, man.
Yeah. Because we're talking about something that most likely, if they're adults, which I'm thinking they are, if both of them have been raised up in their respective religions, this is something already kind of embedded in them.
Yeah.
So it's going to be
I
hard to
mean,
get rid.
90% of the stuff that you do in life is because you was raised that way,
Yep.
you know. And I look at it as, the reason why you in the religion that you in is because 9 times out of 10 your parents was in that religion.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? For the most part, the reason why you eat your steaks and your beef well done is because
That's
you
how you
grew
grew
up
up.
that way. Your mama and your daddy ate their steaks well done.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, a lot of the stuff that we do in life is because we seen mama, we seen daddy do the things that they do, and we kind of, I won't say inherit it, but we seen it so much, we just accustomed
It becomes
to,
a part of us.
yeah.
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 But that doesn't mean that it can't be broken.
Yeah, because like you said, at some point in time, you got to start breaking some chains. That's what I
Yeah,
call it. There's certain things that happen, and it's not like your parents were being mean. It's just that's what they knew coming up.
right.
That's what they knew.
Yeah. And that would do it for this Q&A. I like to guys. I'd like to thank everybody that joined me for this question Q&A. Thanks Trey, thanks Dad for everything. Hello?
Hey, you welcome.
Yeah.
Appreciate talking with y'all brothers tonight, man. Y'all stay safe. Everybody stay safe. Stay at home so we can get these numbers down. We can flatten the curve when it comes to coronavirus. Stay at home.
Yeah.
And I
And someone
wish I can.
For those who have to, for those that still got to go to work, we understand. We just want y'all to be safe. Gloves, hand sanitizer, all of that. But everybody else, stay at home.
yeah. And I want to address this last comment. Someone asked, can you do some videos?
You breaking up.
Oh my god. Pretty much they want to get to know everybody from the variety. So how I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna probably interview each member of the variety show. Trey, my dad, and Tony, and then I'm gonna let the subscribers choose who get to interview me. And that's what we're gonna do about that.
Okay.
Alright. But yeah, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. This will definitely be a 2, maybe 3-part episode. Like, comment, and subscribe, and be safe out here. Bye.